Hi. Okay, welcome to this place. We're just doing an open reading. So, someone feels lucky? Someone feels lucky. Alright. Let's see. Ooh, new narratives. Right on. Okay, so great. So, the reason why someone feels lucky, I guess, is because they're telling a new story about something. I don't know if anything else has to necessarily change. For some of you, it could be, again, it could be something stays the same. I could also see, let's see, new narratives. Oh, someone's getting out of their own way. And heard, oh, happy day, oh, lucky day. So grateful for this day. Someone went down in the pit, too. They went down in the well or, like, down in the pit. And then I see a sarcophagus. Is that the word? It's like they went deep into something. And when they were down there, it's like they found an angel or they found... some kind of place of faith. It's something that could not have been understood by just like being on the surface. Someone had to go really deep with something. So now they're feeling very lucky. It's like, oh, I'm very lucky that, I don't know if it's I'm here or where I've been, now here I am. Well, I guess it's still, I'm very lucky to be here. I feel lucky to be here. Someone's definitely telling a new story. Good for you. That's very, very good. It helps a lot. It takes a long time to rewind the mind. That's what I see. Let's see about this new narrative. Let's expand on that. So there are... I'm seeing like... These are stones I see. I see like a quartz crystal. Well, there's white stones, brown stones. What's a brown stone made out of again? Like in New York, or... I'm guessing they have those in Italy too. That kind of... Is that silt? Anyway, I'm seeing that too. But then there's also these other brown stones that are kind of like a calcite looking like stone. I also see blue. Okay, let's see this new narrative. Oh, some people still need a new narrative. I heard they don't want to go, someone doesn't want to go home. Oh, I see. Whoever is here that is, again, the feeling lucky, they feel lucky, they're telling a new story about their life. Someone else is like, not happy. I saw someone like, take out a knife, and it's like, no, there was a boat and there was a rope tied to something, and it's like, no, dude, sorry. And someone was like on a raft or something. They were trying to pull themselves back in, and it's like, no, you're not a part of this anymore, whatever this is. And they cut it, and they're just like, so there's this other energy that's actually really discouraged that you're moving on, that someone's moving on. And again, telling a new story. So also, it's kind of a new narrative with Scorpio or with your 8th house. So this is a big story, right? What we believe in our souls. Like, oof. All right. So new narrative. Some of you are having a whole new story about like depression or confidence, addiction, self-pity, regret. Just all the, I heard all the shit. All the shit. It's like there's this whole new, heck yeah. So actually, to tell this new narrative, the right thing to do is, that seems harsh, but like, the way, well, let's just go with the message the way it came out. It shows me that the right thing to do in ways of getting to this new narrative or feeling lucky if you're not quite here yet, or if you're in the process of something, is it's not going to feel good right away. It's not. Something does have to be cut off, because 8s are repetition, right? It's like you get a redo, but it can also be just like a looping energy. And this is showing me an emotional loop. It could have to do with like a father wound, or like another male in someone's life, the father, I don't know. The point is it's where the masculine feels weak, which therefore there's this like, well, that's an ego check, right? It's like an ego break, or like that kind of thing, and that's what's not going to feel good. It's like, wait, this doesn't feel, because for instance, say you're the one in the boat that gets cut. Whether you're the one in the boat cutting it, or the one that was in the little raft and got cut away from it, I see that's how it's supposed to be. But it's going to feel more empowering if you're the one, whoever's the one in the boat that's cutting. They're making a conscientious decision to be like, look, I know you very well. This is such shadow energy. It's like, I know you so well, but I no longer need that part of me. But this isn't even where the shadow or this other person gets mad or like angry. They're just kind of like, they try to make you feel bad. They try to make you feel bad for them and take advantage of your empathy. But it's tricky, because part of the reason a person is cutting this cord is because they finally have empathy for themselves. Do you know what I mean? And that's where you end up. I hope you can see this. This is where you end up. That's the lesson. And it's just like, no, I'm a lot stronger than I think that I am. I heard this may be new to me, but I'm going to try. I heard I'm not going to force this to be. Once something is cut, or again, there's this new story, there's no forcing it to be. It's just like, all right, it'll bloom. And again, it does feel a little uncomfortable or a little bit shaky at first. Yeah, a 2 of Swords. It could 5 of Wands. Yes, it could definitely strength, which is a test of it. Could be like, ooh, well, let me go, well, what if they need me? I better go back and check on them. Like, I heard, oh, we've been together so long. Yeah, a person realizes what's worth fighting for, and What's worth trying? That's the fighting spirit that I see. It's not actual fighting. It's not actual violence. It's not. It's this. It's someone being in a position, like being able to be in a position of observation, where they're like, all right, I'm going to observe this feeling. Okay, I'm not going to overreact to it. Even if you react to it, it's like flow with the energy. It's not a... It's trying to get to the point of observational energy. And it's like, all right, that took me less time to deal with that. Or, okay, that one was kind of... All right, that time was kind of rough. All right. So someone, again, is learning as they move through this new narrative, because I guess the new narrative also puts someone in a different position in the story, right? Maybe someone always played the victim in the story, or maybe someone always played the sad, lonely person, or someone always played the, again, I see victim, woe is me energy. And maybe that was true. Maybe all those feelings are very valid. The reason, I don't know. The point is it's a different story now. With water turned into earth, it doesn't... Because I feel like a person was... Because 8th house is also our house of marriage. And intimacy. And marriage is connection. Intimacy is connection. So really the 8th house is a house of connection. And that's what somebody really wanted, but I don't think they were getting it because of this old story. You know what I mean? It's like the mind would just do the same things over and over. Maybe someone has a debilitated Mercury, but that's still not an excuse, or a strong Mercury, strong moon, like a bad place, you know, born under, I heard born under a bad sign, but like, that's not really, maybe that's a different story too. I really feel like someone's looking at something from a completely different perspective right now. And I do think that someone had to touch the bottom on something to be able to have this perspective. Again, if they were just floating on the surface, it would have been like, this is cool, I'm used to this. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But no, this is like, boom, all the way to the bottom. And it's like, okay. So, this, yeah. Interesting. That really changed someone's perspective. Alright. Let's close this out. Let's see. Okay, malleable. This is very Piscean. Let's see. Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. Nice. And the Magician. So as this narrative is new, and again, it is malleable at this time. Someone is going to be sensitive, right? Someone is, I'm forgetting the word. It's similar to malleable, like formidable. Ooh, those are different words, but they sound the same. I like that. Again, someone's able to be molded. Something's able to be molded or shaped. I mean, I heard the whole thing can't happen overnight. It takes time with this earth energy, but maybe you want to really write about, like, what kind of life you're wanting. You know what I mean? Like, how do I explain this? Yeah, King of Pentacles. You know, maybe there's new narratives. Again, I think there's new narratives on confidence is what's happening here. And I do think that the self right now is shifting, especially someone's first and second house. I could see someone Well, I'm seeing a lot of fire in the first house and the second house. So this is passion in the self. It's drive to do it. It's confidence. Fire is confidence to do it. It's confidence in the self, first house. It's confidence in the second house to do it, right? The second house to me is the action of the first house. First house is just the idea of it or the energy of it building, right? You crank it and then it goes. So yeah, someone's really having a different story. I could also see the negative, the hard emotional stories around men, or around, again, where the ego, the masculine, where the masculine ego of the self has been hurt, where it's like, oh well, someone did something, it didn't work out the way they wanted, someone didn't get what they wanted. It's not that is also healing greatly. This could also be specifically like men. For some of you in your life, there's more men on the board than there are women. So yeah, I would definitely like write a new story. Then we turn into the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles. So the watery, I heard emotional confusion becomes something of solidarity. That someone starts to figure out how to use that or clean out the toxicity. This reminds me a lot, especially if you're new here. I would look into the past. Oh yes, this self-sacrificing energy. Like Scorpio had some readings called The Bridge, and they're coming up as a reference point. So yeah, again, telling a new story. Good. I wouldn't expect yourself to be anything though, like right now, like going from the Eight of Cups to the Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, let's see, to the Two of Cups and the King of Cups is not possible. That's going to bring you right back to the Five. It's going to make a person angry and sad because they're not getting what they want because the door's closed, right? We can't, again, push the story too fast. It's movable, it's malleable, it's moldable, but that takes time. This could also be while Saturn's in retrograde. It's a time of refinement. And again, like Ace of Cups, yes, like Prince of Swords, perfect. Put some loving energy into how you want to, I don't know, like what you want to come into your life, or what you want what you want to feel more like. Good reading. This is a great reading. I like these cards together a lot. Awesome. Yeah, actually, if you're astrologically savvy, when Mercury's in the first house, which is usually early in the day, that's a wonderful time to write, to think about things, to make plans about things. I mean, I guess when Mercury's in the 8th house, you could write about what you don't like. Maybe that's a journaling exercise for someone. Maybe someone has like a trauma. I'm seeing like a trauma journal with this. Or that could be helpful. Yeah, sometimes we gotta go so deep that we can't go any further. I just say be cautious with that if you are very Scorpionic or very Piscean. This is also Libran. Because sometimes the pit can be kind of infinite, so in ways of the mind. But I guess if we're in a pit and we cry, I heard, and we cry and we cry and we cry, then eventually that fills up. Maybe that's how Scorpio filled the well. What's Tool say? The joy of lacrimony, the joy of crying. It's like how he says something about, like, in life, 4 of Cups, 10, 8 of Swords, death. Yes. He says something like, the only reason why we feel in this life is to remove pain. Alright, King of Pentacles. That's that. I hope this was helpful. Peace out. Good luck with your new story.